my read on this game is that Baltimore wins it, and that Baltimore looks impressive. And this is why. There's a couple reasons. Number one, I gave them out on the show today. They're 4-point favorites. I don't think Detroit feels like they could have played worse in that game. Now, there are things that Detroit has to fix that they're going to have trouble fixing, but I also think Minnesota kind of matched up well with them this past Sunday. And I also think, like, if you're overreacting to the McCarthy thing, which I'm a fan of McCarthy, I got nothing against the kid.
The mic'd up situation?
What?
You said McCarthy thing. What
Just that he won another game, and they're rallying behind him. And he's a gamer, dude. He's a fucking.
Surprised he wasn't the NFC Offensive Player of the Week again.
Yeah, well,
I need him mic'd up. I need him mic'd up
tape
every week too.
The point I want to make is, like, he played well, but he didn't do anything spectacular. Detroit did not play well, and Minnesota put a game together. And I like Baltimore because if you look at McCarthy's passing map, I know he does not want to work the middle of the field. If I'm Baltimore, I'm going to make him work the middle of the field. If he works the middle of the field, you got Kyle Hamilton in there somewhere, whatever they're asking him to do on a play-in and play-out basis, which is like fucking everything. As long as it's in the box, I'm all about that. Since Gilman came in, they moved him down, and it's kind of like the opposite of what happened last year. Like last year, they moved him back. Now this year, they move him down. And the defense, we talk about Draymond Jones, they shipped him in. I can get to what I saw on tape in a second, but the main point is McCarthy's pretty predictable with where he likes to go with the football, and I would play coverages that force them to work the middle of the field. I would get in cover one robber. Okay, I would say, hey, you funnel everything inside and make him make plays inside. Like put Wiggins on Jefferson, have safety help over the top if you need safety help over the top. Addison's the deep shot guy, but the stuff he likes to Jefferson is like outbreaking shit. And we saw this on the field on Sunday. Brady talked about it. The balls that he throws over the middle of the field and on the run kind of tail a little bit. Now, Minnesota's going to be able to protect. I think they're going to be able to protect. That's where they have an advantage. Can they run the ball? I don't know. We'll see. But if you play three, if you play, robber, force things inside, make sure you take care of Addison on the deep stuff. And, he's going to take these little flat checkdowns. Great. Rally and tackle the fucking things and make him drive the ball 80 yards. I don't think they have it. And on the other side, the Vikings have struggled in the run game. This is like, I see guys getting caved on double teams and that sort of thing. And if you're going to hang your hat on blitzing, save for like the Detroit game where Shepard got all this pressure and it was kind of an aberration and Lamar didn't have answers for it, I think Lamar shreds the blitz. So it's run game, it's beating the blitz, it's getting heavy and making these guys stay heavy if you can, or make a decision between staying light or getting heavy and running the football on them.
Yeah, I guess my only argument against you, Chris, I personally think this game is going to be closer than a lot of others.
It's a 4-point line.
I just think the Vikings are getting a lot healthier on defense. It looks like a completely different defense with guys like Van Ginkel back. Cashman played really well. And this is against, the Detroit Lions. They obviously had a pretty bad week. Like, it's not the Lions' best football by any means. But I thought the Vikings defense was the biggest factor in that game. Like, they were getting unbelievable pressure
Absolutely.
up the middle with some of Flores's blitzes and things like that. And, like what you mentioned, it's really feast or famine when you're blitzing Lamar Jackson because, you can bring heavy pressure and he'll just miracle escape it and, have a 8-second dance in the pocket, avoiding different blitzers and rip a ball downfield. Like we've seen that a million times. I feel like, I just feel like the Vikings are getting a lot healthier. And if they can, like what you said, like if JJ can actually possess the ball, go on long drives, keep the ball safe, put it in the right spots, I think the Vikings will stay in this and maybe surprise some people. Offensively, they're getting healthier as well with Derrick and Brian O'Neill back. I thought their run game looked a lot better with Aaron Jones. He got a little banged up last week. I think he ended up leaving that game, but it looks like he's going to be healthy this week. I'm a little bit of a Vikings homer, and I want them to succeed. I just think the stars need to align for them a little bit against a Baltimore team that's really improving on defense and then getting a lot of key guys back like Lamar Jackson on offense. So I think the Ravens take it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little bit of a nail biter. I think it'll be a good game.
Well, shit. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to blow them out. I just like them covering. I think it might be a one possession game late, but I also think there is the possibility that it's one of these things where, and if I were the Ravens, I would try to play the game this way. Jump out on these fucking guys. Yes. Because they are not built in their current form to come from behind and beat you. I am all for the development of this young quarterback. I think like he's got moxie, he's a gamer, all that stuff. He actually moves well in the pocket. Like I really liked. I was like, how many cliche coach's son Jim Rat thinks can I throw at JJ McCarthy? But like I love the way he moves in the pocket. I think he's got leadership, which means a lot in the NFL. And he has thrown some nice balls this year, but he's a little bit inconsistent with the placement. And I think turnovers might be an issue in this game.
Big game.
I'm just gonna say I think the Vikings win. Let me just take
take a side. The Vikings gonna win. Yeah. The Vikings gonna win. I'll take the Ravens.
That's a tough place to play, man. That's got to be the hardest indoor stadium to play.
And then look at that. If you're a Ravens hater, and if you're someone who bet the Ravens under win total at the beginning of the year, this is a huge game for you because the Ravens they currently have to go undefeated if they want to make their 11.5 over total.
Oh, so really?
If you bet the under.
Damn, this could be the year or the week you clear the ticket. They're not going undefeated the rest of the year.
No way. And that's what I'm saying. If you have that ticket, you're just waiting. And I wonder if you'll be biting your nails, like if the Ravens were to just
Dude, I've totally given up on my Raiders over win total. Like I was like I was stoned the other night at like 11 o'clock and I was in bed like looking at my bets. You get that one last hit of dopamine before you go to sleep. I don't know if you can relate to that.
I get mine a different way, Chris.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah. Oysters.
That's stuff but you only have so much dopamine. You want to save some of it up. But I'm looking at the lines and I'm like going through. I'm like, when the fuck no, I need to be looking at this. And when you look back at the Raiders season, like, golly, they could get there. The Bears game last week. If the ball Geno threw in overtime, I know it's an if, the guy's open, which is the most fucked up thing about it is like he was going the right place with the ball.
We need to mention is Derrick Henry. He's inching closer to that cold weather Derrick Henry. As you know, every year, September, he's, low 4 yards per carry. Then October, it's 4.8. November, it's 5. December, it's 5.2. January, 5.4 yards per carry. So
this puts that snowplow on,
he just goes.
Cold weather comes out, he puts that snowplow up front.
The Vikings are 21st in rush EPA per play on defense. It might be a Derrick Henry spot.
That's what I mean. It's just, it's got to be like, hey, we get the lead. We're aggressive, and then second, you got to deal with this big SOB for the next 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. So go out early, take the kickoff, receive to start the day if you can.
And Justin Jefferson comes out of nowhere. Not so fast, my friend, and grittying all over everybody.
Yeah, you just got to get him the ball, man. Like poor Justin Jefferson, man. After a while, it's impressive, and you're like, KOC, it's really impressive what you're doing with all these different quarterbacks. But Justin Jefferson, he's like this generation's Andre Johnson. Honestly, he's got better quarterback play, probably, and better scheme around him. But like his Matt Schaub is like Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson, and it's been a bunch of guys otherwise. Right. So.
He is getting the ball in JJ's 3 career starts. He's looked for Jefferson 22 times, 22 targets over those 3 games.
No, that's good. That's good. Jefferson looks happier to have him.